One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Nittany Lions will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Iowa's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Rolls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Moulton.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. So Penn State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches, and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. He shanked it. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Reynolds. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Allen. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gets the back moving. He'll ride his man on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. He'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. He's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. The extra point here would tie the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Good timing on the quick out. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Makes the grab. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. They're working that left side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Hawkeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Iowa! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the 1st half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 35, he's open. Stopped him at the 41. That's a big pickup of 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's
Breaks into the open. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Hudson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
a nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Good completion on the out route. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Right on the money. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush, and you saw it right there getting the sack.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one is perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Gonna swing it on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Moulton. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Handoff to the lone back. Jukes his way for more. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. The Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Iowa! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Allen. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Cradles it at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Going to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. They give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
About this, lined up right at the center of the field for 4th and inches. Big fullback's got it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And it's the throwback fullback picking up the first down. Great effort on 4th, surging ahead to keep his offense on the field.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Hawkeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll try the run, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. They want to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Looking for room. It's Allen. Quick spin on the ride. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking left. Got his man. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Iowa has the ball back on offense. The give to the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Wiki narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off. Wiki narration volume set to 100.